if you do this consistently, you're able to build a good credit score, and lenders, whatever, if you're trying to buy a house or finance a car or buy anything big majorly, they will see that you have a good credit score. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Laju, and if you're new here and you're seeing my face for the first time, kindly drop a comment and I'll be sure to reply. Thank you for tuning in, stopping by, and thank you for watching this video. So someone asked me to explain how you build your credit score. So I'll be explaining, this because it relates to getting your mortgage as well. Like, we knew about this, like, right from the moment we came into the UK, we knew, okay, you have to have a good credit score basically to do anything in the UK. And if you know anything about the Western world, I don't think it just applies to the UK alone. I think it applies to most Western countries. The thing is, there's a debt culture. Like, they want you to be in debt. You're in debt for so many things. Student loans, people are like in debt for a lot of things, and it just, I don't know, there's just a debt culture which you're not used to if you're coming from Africa, because like debt is like a taboo. Like, you don't want to be in debt. Like, you don't want to have someone on your case all the time. But here in the UK, having good debt is actually good. Like, having good debt, because you can have bad debt or good debt. So having a good debt is actually good. They expect you to, they just want to see that you are accountable and reliable and credible. I guess that's the whole idea. So they expect you to use your credit card once in a while, and they want to see that you are able to pay back. Now, if you think, oh, I don't want to use my credit card, I don't want to have any kind of debt, the issue with that is you may never be able to, get something. Like, it really stands in your way, because they look at your credit history and they see zero. They don't know if you are, reputable, they don't know if you are reliable, if you're able to pay back your debt. But if you look at your credit history and they see that you pay back your debt, you are not in debt every time that you are taking a debt or taking a loan or used your credit card, basically, you've been able to pay back. They see that, oh, okay, it has a reputation, all right? But if you're like, oh, no, I don't want the reputation, I can afford everything, which is good, really, you should afford everything, But in a case where you want to buy a house, like, a lot of people cannot afford to drop, 350,000, 400,000 down payment in pounds. So you need to, get a mortgage and all that. So they have to look at your credit history. And if your credit history is bad, that's not good news. If you have no credit history, then it's very unlikely anybody would, want to take that chance with you and say, okay, she has never, she has no credit score, let's just take a chance with her. That's not very good. So you need to have a credit history. So the question now is, how do you have a good credit history? How do you, build a good credit history such that if you need to get your mortgage, you are able to do so? So I've outlined the steps. So these are things that, like I said, we found out, really, not like nobody knows these things, but when we came to the UK, we asked questions, we heard information, and we were able to build a good credit history for a very long time. All right, so you need a credit card to build a credit history. So we have a credit card that we use, but the rule that we applied to it was every month, whatever you spend on the credit card, you have to pay back. Because if you don't, what really happens is interest accrues, and then it gets harder to pay back. Because the thing about credit cards is every time you don't pay back your credit card in full, there's going to be an interest the next month, and the money will only keep increasing until it chokes you. So you don't want that to happen. So try not to put any major spending on your credit card. You can just put simple things on it that I can afford to pay this back every month. So you are able to set your credit payment. So if you want to pay back 50%, or you want to pay back everything, you can set the limit you think you can afford. But my advice basically is try to pay back everything. If not, interest will grow, and you will always just have that credit to keep paying back. So they see a record that every time you've taken a credit, you've been able to pay back. Every time you spent your credit card, you've been able to pay back. So it may be something as silly as £20, 50 pounds, nothing so much, basically. And even if you put things up to like £1,000, just make sure that you are able to cover most of it. All right, so I listed a few points on my phone so I don't forget. Also, yes, another major thing, if you're coming into the UK and you're just watching this video, or you're just trying to build your life in the UK, you need to be registered on the electoral register. Like, you need to be on the electoral register, because when they check they need to see that you have an address, like you are living in the UK, like you're a resident. If you don't have that, then nobody's going to give you a credit. Nobody's going to give you a loan or a deposit or whatever it is that you want to take, basically. So being on the electoral register is so important. If not, it can give you a very bad credit score. So make sure you are registered, even if you don't go and vote, which you should, really. I should tell that to myself. All right, so the next point, yeah, I said already, don't hold, try to pay back monthly to avoid interest building. Also, your credit utilization. Now, if you are taking a lot of credit, so you have a limit, your credit limit, they can, you may start out with £1,000. You're like, oh, your credit card, you're able to spend 1,000, 2,000, and with time, when they see you are credible, they tell you, oh, you can increase your limits. If you want to, you can increase the limit on your credit card to 5,000, 20,000, 50,000, as high as you want, basically, based on how well you've been paying. The bank believes that, oh, this person is able to pay back their credit. And now the thing about it is, if for instance your credit limit is £5,000, you need to make sure that your maximum utilization is not more than 30%. My husband would say 25%. So if your credit limit is like £5,000 and you are spending like £4,000, that's like very bad. That means like you are depending heavily on the credit. That means like, oh my God, this person, does this person have a job? That means, you are too reliant on the credit card, basically. So that will give you a bad credit score. So if your credit card is like 5,000, just make sure your credit limit is not more than 25% of that. Do the maths. I'll do the maths and find out. But do not spend a lot on the credit, so it doesn't look like you're really depending on the credit card. So that is very important. That is a very important point that you should note as well. Those are basically the points. I think I've jumbled everything up, but yeah, you need to be able to just make sure you have a bank account, obviously, and then you have a credit card, and from there you can put some bills on it, some very little bills that will not be too expensive, something that shows that you're able to pay every month, basically. And yeah, the rest of your bills as well, make sure that you don't delay in paying your monthly bills, your rent, whatever bills you have, water bills, electrical bills, and the likes. And also electoral register. I'm just trying to summarize everything just to make sure I haven't forgotten anything. And you're able to, if you do this consistently, you're able to build a good credit score. And lenders, whatever, if you're trying to buy a house or finance a car or buy anything big majorly, they will see that you have a good credit score. Also, try not to take a lot of things on the credit card. That is so important, like I said. If not, it means your maximum utilization is too high, and it means you're too dependent on the credit card. So that's basically how to build a good credit score. So if you think you haven't been doing that, you need to work on that before you apply for a mortgage, because they are going to check it, and if what they see does not impress them, then you probably would not get any lenders to give you a mortgage for your house. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you do have any questions, kindly leave a comment and I will be sure to reply. Also, you can check out Experian. This is not a sponsored ad, but if you want to check your credit score, if your credit score is good or bad, you can actually fill the form online, and it shows you how much you're spending, what you need to work on. So yeah, you can definitely use Experian to check your credit score and your credit limits. All right, thank you for watching. Till next time, bye.